Good morning, wonderful followers. Got a car here now. It had one of these go-more systems fitted, which means that when you rent your car out for money, this system actually allows you to rent it and people don't need the keys off you. Now we've got an issue. It was taken off by a professional workshop. Yeah, another bloody professional workshop. We've had enough of them, haven't we? So the issue is when the car is moving like this on the road, central locking's going up and down on its own. Now I haven't reproduced that because I just take the customer's word for it, and my job is just to see where this was fitted and have they done something wrong. Well, let's check the fault codes out. That's the first thing before I start looking. I looked under the CAS module, couldn't see anything. I guess the FEM module, or BDC, body domain controller. In this car it's a FEM because it's an F30. It's on the right side of the car. There's probably some wiring there. But I found the fault, and I found it very, very fast actually, within the hour. And let's just look at the fault code, because this is the detective story, what I always tell you to look for. Look for clues. No specific fault codes apart from one for the central locking button, which is this thing here. Da-da! If that button, which is there now, goes to the FEM module, and the FEM module is kind of down there, then it means that probably there's something wrong with the button. Or is there? Well, it's been professionally, according to the customer, disconnected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the panel off and I'm going to show you what I found. So these centre panels, they come off really, really easy. And look what I found. And that is actually wired in to the button. And it's a ground wire. And it's an activation. But as you can see, it's a little bit ridiculous, in my opinion. So what I did, I thought, well, if that was just dangling down there, well, what's behind the dash on BMWs? Was a bloody great big crash bar made of steel. And steel conducts electricity. And this is a simple ground switch, so that when you put it on, a ground goes to the FEM module down there, and it activates all the door locks. Just like this. And that's what he's complaining about, that every time he's driving, car's doing this. Random, on its own, which would be extremely annoying, wouldn't it? So what we're going to do now is we're going to reproduce this fault. So what's been happening is this: they haven't bothered, these so-called professionals, taping anything up. So this is what's been happening, look. Basically. Oh, look. What a surprise. Oh, look. The 16th of last month to the 26th of last month, but nothing since. However, the fault carries on. If you look at the actual fault code, it says central locking button continuous operation. And it says FEM 804140. So that central locking button goes to the FEM module, the front electronic module. Which is quite interesting, isn't it? Not the best looking. Oh my God. So there's a good example of why you can't just snip it here and tape it up, because they've butchered the hell out of it. Look, it's bloody snapped clean off us, that. So now I have to make that good, don't I? So what they've done, instead of just burying the wire back on a small section and then wrapping the wire around, then soldering it, they've cut the wire and then they've soldered something else back in, I think, or tried to. It's a right crap job. Look at bloody state. Look at state at solder. It's absolutely disgusting. It's sharp. Look at it. Look at bloody state of that. That's not professional, is it? So in the end, I opted to change the wire essentially. So I've put a green wire on there. I've put some heat shrink on for the solder, and I've got the solder just after the bend, so it won't break in the future. And it's looks, in my opinion, quite reasonable. Better than it was anyway. Get this bad boy in, and then I'll go shop and buy a nice wiener. I've deserved a Danish for this. Bloody thing, I can't get it in. How does it go, this? That way, maybe. Yeah, like that. There we are. Locking tab was up, that's right. We feed that bad boy in, and everyone's happy. Oh yeah, central locking's working. Oh, fantastic! Everyone's happy. This is the sort of stuff I'm seeing absolutely every single day. Every day I'll get something. You wouldn't believe it. I've got so much video footage now. One this morning was the best one, which I'm making a video about now. If you're watching this and you're doing this job and you're a mechanic or you're whatever you are, if you do something like that, you should be ashamed of yourself because it's a goddamn disgrace. And it annoys me that I've got to then spend my time fixing some what someone's done who's made a complete pig's balls of it. Don't make pig's balls of jobs, just do your job right. For Christ's sake, is it so difficult? Jesus wept.